Humbly, I walk through the hospital corridors in the presence of heroes who tremble in pain. Together, we walk through the corridors. In mid-December, I came down with a cold. And by December 30th, I had a huge amount of pain in my neck. When I first went into the operating room the first time, it had only been 3 hours from going into the clinic, spending about an hour in the MR, being rushed across town from Redwood City from the OPC to the emergency room and then on into the OR. It only took about 3 hours. I knew that my spinal cord was being compressed. And I had been told that I was only a few hours away from possibly becoming a quadriplegic. Going to the OR on the gurney, and tears are starting to well up in my eyes. And it was like suddenly I was incredibly alone. I remember going through the corridor and people I knew saw me, but they averted their eyes away from me. And I think they were just giving me my privacy. But suddenly in that gurney on the way to the operating room, it was just me. I wasn't part of a family. I wasn't part of humanity anymore. I was just by myself. And I remember looking at the ceiling tiles, one after another. And I'm wheeled into the OR completely by myself. And an anesthesiologist and a nurse come up to me and they hold my hand and they look at me in the eye and they smile. And they say, "We're going to take good care of you. You're in good hands." By them holding my hand and looking me straight in the eye and saying those kind words, they brought me back into the human race. Are we not all the same, flesh and blood, different only in name? Therefore, what kind word of compassion, what kind action of caring will I share with a hero today? You know, now when I go to the hospital for my physical therapy and I walk through the corridors, and what I see when I see the patients and really everyone, as I see, there's all these heroes. How many people did I walk by today who have pain like I've experienced? What this has brought me to is how sacred this ground is that we walk on. You start saying, wow, every day is special. This day that we have right now is hugely special. How do I prepare myself each day so that I'm really prepared to be part of the healing process of that patient? I've had experiences with very busy physicians now who have taken 2 or 3 minutes to share with me their story. And it made all the difference in the world for me. And every team member is important, and every team member has the opportunity of touching a patient. And I still remember the transporter, he took me not more than 40 feet. His name was John. He made a connection with me in 40 feet. I can't believe it. He was an amazing guy. And what was so special about him? He looked at me in the eye. He smiled. He wasn't someplace else. He was right there, you know, taking me from the emergency room across the hall into radiology and back. We form a connection with a human being, which then becomes the platform or the foundation off of which we build the rest of our interactions. And while I don't ever want to do this again, and I would never wish it on somebody, it's been the best thing that ever happened to me. I want to be my best. I want to be prepared. I want to be mindful and present for that individual standing in front of me. I pray that I can always come back to that spot and be reminded of the ceiling, of how important that smile was, how important for that anesthesiologist and that nurse to look at me in the eye. I hope that I always remember that, because it's my work. It's what I do. It's why I'm here.